Flight boss, bitch. Right now, we're gonna talk about Aries and Virgo. You know what I'm saying? Now, with the Aries and Virgo relationship, this is a quincunx. So, you got the clash of the energy of Mercury and the energy of Mars. So this could work. This could work in weird ways because, like, see, if the Virgo have a lot of planets in Leo and the Aries have a lot of planets in Taurus, then this can work. You know what I'm saying? But see, the thing here is, when you have a quincunx, it's like they don't understand each other. And then when you have Mars and Mercury into the workings, it's almost like a one is the idea and one is the doer. And you should already know which is which. Mars is the actual doer, and Mercury is the intellect, is the idea of what we should be doing. So this plays out into an Aries and Virgo relationship in a wide variety of ways. Like, it could play out where this certain thing could play out where Virgo may look at Aries a little reckless, and Aries may look at Virgo as a little nitpicky. So the way this would play out is, in certain situations, it would be like, this makes the Virgo feel like, okay, it's like the Virgo sees Aries as a child. And, like, I mean this in the most literal way, not in a way like that they see you as an actual kid, but Virgo sees Aries basic mannerisms, basic state as a reckless, naive, do before thinking type of attitude. Like, this is how no matter what an Aries do, this is how a Virgo gonna look at an Aries. So, but the way this Earth and Fire compatibility work out, that differs between the Taurus and Capricorn with an Aries, is the Virgo looks at the Aries natural traits and think that this makes the Virgo feel like they have to help the Aries in a weird way, like almost like they don't think that Aries is capable enough for practical manners. So the Virgo always feel like they have to be here for the Aries, like, almost. So Virgos become mother figures for Aries. You know what I'm saying? Same way how Capricorns become mother figures for, like, they become mother figures for sometimes Sagittarius, you know what I'm saying, or sometimes Gemini. In this case, Virgos become mother figures for Aries because Virgos look at Aries as reckless. So, but instead of it being like Taurus is just completely won't deal with the Aries, and Capricorn will they kind of have the same temperament, but Capricorns in a way will want to be the boss, and Aries don't like to be boss. In the Virgo and Aries situation, Virgo doesn't mind Aries being the boss, but in this situation Virgo has to feel like the Aries need them, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, Virgos can control things from behind the scenes. So Virgos could be the one that's giving Aries these ideas to actually go through with the right things in the right way. See, but the problem here is Aries doesn't like that at all. Like, Aries doesn't like taking orders. Aries doesn't like anyone. Aries could be completely wrong. The Virgo can be completely right. But just for the sake of the Virgo having to tell the Aries where they're wrong at, Aries still going to want to rebel against that. And this is where Virgos look at Aries as a little careless and a little uncompromising. And Virgos are overly willing to compromise because they feel the need to be a help. And with Aries, this comes into play stronger than any other sign that the Virgo may come in contact with. The Virgo will deep down seriously feel the need that they have to help out the Aries. Like, they have to be there for the Aries because the Aries gonna get themselves in something that they're not thinking about, or something like that. And the Aries is looking at this like, you just got your own perception of things. You're not looking at things you're looking too deep into the details of certain things that doesn't need details. Some things should just be going off faith. You know what I'm saying? And that can hurt this relationship down the line too, because Virgos have problems with faith. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got a cling on to faith, but see, with Virgo is a little different. A little bit with all the earth signs, but especially Virgo, because Mercury is here. So it's almost like when a lot of things could be nerve-wracking for the Virgo, and Virgo's opposite is Pisces. So where Virgo may need to go with the flow, it doesn't, and where Pisces may need to be more detail oriented, it isn't. So when this plays out into a Virgo with an Aries, see, Virgos already are naturally nerve-wracking a little bit. It's kind of nerve-wracking because, see, Mercury is a fast-moving planet, but Earth is stable, slow-moving. So when you have a fast-moving planet controlling a slow, sturdy placement, this create nerve problems, because you always feel like you should be doing something or need to do something, but in the time that you in, it may not be a situation where you could do anything. So this plays on in Virgo's lives throughout their lives, like, you know what I'm saying, and they always feel the need to be the one to have to do something, and if there's not nothing necessarily to do, then they create things that they think they need to be participating in. So this is when an Aries show their Aries traits in front of a Virgo. This gives the Virgo a set mission to do, you know what I'm saying, and vice versa. When Aries appreciate this, or Aries will go above and beyond for the Virgo to show their appreciation. See, but that's the good part of it. And these videos more based on, I don't want to say the negative, but the kind of aspects of it that people should work on in order to excel in their relationships. Because if we talk about the problems first, then once we handle the problems, anything should be easy going. So my videos should help every sign get along, no matter what element modality you is or anything. Like this, my videos is to help every sign get along. I don't care if you're an air sign with an earth sign, a fire sign with a water sign, whatever. I'm here to help. This is what these videos is about. So that's the way it kind of plays out with the Virgo and the Aries type of relationship. You know, the Virgo feels the need to be the help to the Aries, and the Aries feel the need to show their appreciation to the Virgo. But the time that is taken in between both of those relationship goals that I just said, with the Virgo want to be the help and the Aries want to show their appreciation. See, the way they're doing that is two different ways. You know what I'm saying? Virgo is doing that in a very changeable way, and Aries is doing that in a very initiative way. So the initiative may come off too strong to the person that's adaptable, you know what I'm saying, to a lot of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's when you got the fixed cardinal and the mutable. See, Virgo is the mutable, Aries is the cardinal. So Aries may do a lot of things that's may seem like it's coming off too strong, where the Virgo may want to feel like, I just want to take things nice and slow, and let's see how this will work first, other than just jumping into it head first. You know what I'm saying? And they could clash with that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of clashes, but the best part about this element is that Virgo is one of the only earth signs that feel like they can stand around and help. Actually, they make it their duty to help an Aries. You know what I'm saying? Where the Taurus may just kick rocks somewhere else, and the Capricorn may just be like, I'm not finna be the boss, and I'm not finna boss this person around. Virgo actually wants to be the asset. You know what I'm saying? And doesn't mind taking the back seat. Long as they can be the one engineering where the front seat can go. They don't mind. They don't care if they're doing it from the back seat, passenger side, the trunk, or whatever. As long as they can operate and have some kind of sensibility and practicality or where things should go at, that's all the Virgo care about. And the Aries take this information in almost to the point of looking at it like, you can't really tell me, you know what I'm saying, if you haven't experienced it. Because see, this is the thing. Aries goes off experience, so they're the doers. So before Aries can feel a certain way about something, they have to actually went through it. See, but a Virgo can see these things before it happened, and a lot of times they may not be right, so they didn't jump on opportunities when they were supposed to. But a lot of times they do be right because they have the basic common sense. And Earth signs rule the senses, the five senses while you're on Earth, because this is the Earth planet we're on. So Virgos take into consideration the senses, and if something don't seem sensical, or seems not to make sense, or we can't build a practical analysis around it, like a lot of times you're just trying to go off the feeling and off faith, Earth signs not going to understand that, because first of all, Earth Earth signs are the thinkers, along with the air signs, and the way they think into practicality. Just like air signs, they think into abstract and ideas. The earth signs, they think onto practicality and common sense. So they're both thinkers, they just think in two different ways. The earth sign gonna think if this doesn't make sense, or it doesn't have common sense, or my five senses isn't compatible with what you're trying to do, then I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? So a Virgo would think they have to help an Aries by talking them out of doing something. And an Aries gonna look at this like, why are you trying to stop me from doing something? When in reality, the Virgo isn't trying to stop you from doing something. It's trying to get you to realize other aspects of what you're about to do. But the only way they can explain it is lightweight, trying to tell you to not do it. You know what I'm saying? And the Aries gonna look at that in a naive way and think that the Virgo is trying to stifle them from what they should be really doing, when that's not the actual case. And then when Aries come across aggressively, like, you can't tell me what to do and I'm gonna do what I do anyway, the Virgo take this and takes it in and kind of gets quiet and let the Aries do what they do. And see, what this is, that with that little aspect right there, see, the Aries may take what the Virgo saying a lot more harshly than the Virgo may take what the Aries saying, because the Virgo already looking at Aries as rash, brash, and slightly out of control a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So they know to take everything with a grain of salt when it comes to the Aries. They know the Aries is just, this is the way they is, and vice versa. When Virgo show Aries that they mean business, Aries is going to take this more to heart, because the Aries is going to be like, why are you sitting here telling me about myself? And Aries is the self. It rules the first house. So a person whose sun sign is Aries, their activity in this lifetime and their actions is predicated on learning about themselves, predicated on what they know how to do, predicated on I first, on what does this mean to me first before I can relate to you. You know what I'm saying? Libra is the opposite. Opposite is, how can I relate to you first before I can tell you my opinion? Aries is, let me throw my opinion out there first before we can even agree on anything. You know what I'm saying? So Virgo understands this from an outside looking in standpoint, and that's why I said they look at the Aries like a child. It's almost like that. Like, they know that Aries could be a little reckless from time to time, so they're not going to profound on thoughts of what the Aries may be actually saying on anything like that. It's gonna go in one ear and out the other, because they know Aries can be a little reckless. Aries see the Virgo as being more calm and more stable, more chatty. So when a Virgo may hurt an Aries a lot faster, because the Aries may take into consideration that, okay, if the Virgo's sitting here telling me about this, then they probably everywhere else talking about me like that, whatever like that. Then emotions start coming in. Like I said, fire is the feelers. So is it the water and fire? They feel two different ways. So the fire is going to start feeling and start predicating their actions on how they're feeling. And Virgos, the thinkers, already don't understand that. So those are slight problems that the two, Virgo and Aries, could get into. But for the most part, if they can learn how to work together, this could be an excellent match. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the good blends of earth and fire. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. You know, for sure. Flights, air.